Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to today's Global Harmonization. We could talk a little about 2020, the year of perfect vision, and how to use that vision wisely. Because with that ability to see come clearer choices and a lot more discernment that can be happen because there's a lot more information that comes in. So if you're new to the Global Harmonization, this is something I lead every single day, 7:30 in the morning. I share a couple of distinctions sometimes etymology. Sometimes there's things that are just in the field, like today, not just the fact that it's this day, it's just things that have been happening that I've been seeing more and more, where people are getting more and more insight and having that insight and foresight is that future knowingness, right? So there's the deeper knowingness, there's the future knowingness. And as each person taps more into that inner knowingness and they have more foresight in what's to come, guess what? The ability to choose becomes much clearer and much more important. Taking those steps when the vision is clear actually becomes paramount. When I'm ignorant, I can just ignorant coming from the word to ignore, then I can kind of just bounce around and things happen and I'm unaware of it. And that saying, ignorance is bliss. It can be easy to be blissful for the moments when I'm ignorant, and then when things are brought to light, sometimes I've made some messes. And now in this time where we can see so much better, see so much clearer. 2019 was a really awesome year. And a lot of things came to light for me and people in my sphere. And just in this last week here, friends and I had been sharing things that we had seen across the board throughout the year in different individuals, in different circumstances, in different situations, and how we saw things, we saw flags go up. And we kind of just, let's just say red flags. We see red flags in a relationship and how we would ignore them because we coming in this new state of consciousness, and people that are attracted to global harmonization, most people out there, anybody that's out there leading with their heart, just piece of it is to see the best in everyone around out there. And as I'm cleaner and I'm seeing more and I'm being more of my best and I'm being in my heart, I expect to see that in everyone. And there may also be sometimes where I see not just the best, it's the best because it's the truth. I start seeing the truth in things and how there have been relationships that maybe weren't serving, and I was avoiding looking at those red flags and being not one to gossip, so to speak, speaking about anyone in ill will. There's a number of my friends that we had certain friends in common that were taking advantages of situations and doing some things that were not necessarily on the up and up. And each one of us saw these red flags actually going down. We saw that this person was being shifty with money or being shifty with honesty. And not only did it sound like for all of us, and I'll speak for my own, like I didn't take action on it immediately, even though I saw some things that I was like, not really feeling good about this, because in this higher state of consciousness and this vibration of being in love, one likes to believe that all people are leading from this place. And maybe they are. However, some of those old ties, things that are just out of vibration, is probably a better way to say it. Sometimes things are just not in the same vibration as I am or as you are. And using that vibration, whatever that is, to see where there's dissonance and be able to speak honestly and openly with people around us to say, hey, that person over there kind of having this concern. And it's not to gossip, it's to actually just see what is going on and make sure that I'm looking at my mirrors, the people that are great around me. If we're seeing different things, like an open mind. And none of us said anything to each other. And we all had pretty much the same situation happen. Well, actually 5 of us with the same person that was a common person in our group. And it caused, I don't want to say pain, definitely growth, definitely anxiety, definitely frustration. And you could even say pain for all of us in some way by not actually speaking what we were seeing and just speaking about saying, am I looking at this the right way? And had we spoken about this sooner, we probably could have cleared the air, and the unspoken ends up manifesting, and it ends up being a little bit more challenging. So as 2020 rolls in, just like Vision's 2020, right? Clear vision with eyesight. This year, expect to see a lot of truths. Expect to see a lot of truths that are stranger than fiction. And expect that you're going to move through it really smoothly. You're going to see it. It's going to be, it might be ugly at times, right? The truth will set you free is the saying. And sometimes the saying is the truth is ugly, only if I perceive it to be so. It may even piss me off. However, having that awareness is key. So as 2020 rolls in, start looking for the nuances. Just look at the relationships that you have, and not just with the people, also with the activities. And look and see what actually serves. And when seeing, trust that intuition. Because it's something I found that all of us did was we had this intuition, and then the minds, because actively in this space being open-hearted, the mind, like that intention of staying really clear with the mind, made us always kind of we tricked ourselves with our ego in some way. We tricked ourselves with this image that we're projecting out there to believe that this person had the best in mind. And it was just like a house of cards, and we all got kind of duped by it. Some of us a little harder than others. And we could have definitely avoided it. We could have avoided it because we have each other. And that's one of the most beautiful things about having great people in my sphere, is that I can leverage them as mirrors. So this is something that Emily and I practice all the time, every single conversation. So I invite you to practice this one. If you've got a partner, then maybe join forces with them on this. And if you don't have a partner, get one, even if it's just a partner in crime, partner in consciousness. Let's see, it's my PIC, my partner in consciousness. To be able to have that person to reflect off of, because during this time of transition, things are fractured. They're crazy. The word crazy actually comes from the word fracture. It comes from the word fractal. So each one of us that's encapsulated in this body has somewhat of limiters to be able to live in this three-dimensional plane, right? So that's the ego. The purpose of the ego is to create this separation so that I can have this human experience. So I'm not just basking as this life force in this oneness. Actually, this identity is a great thing. It's a great tool so that I can have this dialogue, that we can have each other as mirrors. So one of the practices that Emily and I have is, after every single interaction, no matter where we go, we check in with each other. We check in with each other and how we're feeling about it. Like, what's the vibe that's came from it? So it might be we go out to eat, right? Like we have a conversation, not just about how the food tasted, not just about the service, not just about the view, but actually down to like, how do you feel energetically? How do you feel physically? And the same thing with individuals, rather than saying, oh, he seems like a nice guy, or she seems really smart. It's, how do you feel after this conversation? Do you feel charged up and ready to go conquer the world? Do you feel lethargic? Do you feel like you just got like taken and shooken up, or shaken down, or beat up, or beat down? right? There's people that will expand you constantly. There's people that will challenge you. There's people that are just with the flow. And not that anyone is necessarily better than the other, right? It's a matter of saying what is in vibrational harmony with who I am and what my heart's calling for. And then once we have that interaction and we see with each individual as mirrors, right? So this way I can say something and she can disagree with me, right? Emily can come out and say, hey, actually, maybe you looked at that wrong. Because we might dive into something. Yeah, like I didn't get why they said this thing. And why was it important that he told me that the girl that he met was probably a supermodel? Was he saying it just because it made him feel short? Did he say it because he values beauty, physical beauty, and he's always trying to impress us? Any one of those things can be true. And by having the dialogue around it, brings it to light so that there's multiple possibilities, so we don't make up any one story. And then we can have that dialogue with that individual at another point in time to make sure that we're not making up stories. So the truth just keeps coming up to light. And rather than using this power of manifestation that we all have to manifest a specific experience, actually doing it to manifest how we experience whatever it is that's happening. So versus saying, just, I want a Ferrari, I want a Ferrari, I want a Ferrari, give me a Ferrari, give me a Ferrari, and manifest like a thing. It's like, okay, what would be the experience that I really want? I'd like to go drive around in a car that's fast and glued to the road, or have that adventure experience that I like to have. And then that adventure experience shows up instead of the specific thing that I think would give me that experience, because the experience is really the desire. So it's like a shortcut to manifestation. So keep your eyes open. You can see better than you've ever seen before. That's what I've noticed with everyone in my sphere. They are starting to pick up on things they didn't pick up on before. They're starting to see the subtle nuances. And I believe you are too. And it's like taking a pair of sunglasses off and wearing sunglasses at night and barely seeing and be able to see anything. Imagine driving with sunglasses on, right? You don't have to see much of the road, and then all of a sudden somebody takes the sunglasses off of you. And you've always been like straining to see the road at night. All of a sudden, boom, you can see it. Like there's going to be a part that doesn't even trust that what you're seeing is real, because it's so new to see. And this is going to be the same case in every single relationship. Every single relationship. So having that partner to bounce the ideas off, like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Completely curiosity and wonder. And there's going to be a lot of beauty too. So I mentioned the scenario where we didn't say to each other about this person that was taking advantage of a lot of people. There's also a lot of like really, really heavenly things. It may even be the sunset, seeing the sunset through new eyes, seeing nature through new eyes, seeing your job through new eyes, your career, your passion, what you're playing with. You're going to see it through new eyes, and share that with the people around you. And when you share it with people around you, you're going to find this vibration raises, the vibration around it expands, the excitement around it expands. And those are your people. And some may be like attempting to squash it, which are worth listening to, right? Doesn't mean you got to take on their energy. Listen, why am I getting this into my field? Is this a clear red flag warning about them? Is this a red flag warning about me and who I'm being? Am I missing something? Is it time for me to just say, I love you over there? Or is it time to have a deeper conversation to say, man, when you say that, it makes me feel like you're squashing my dreams. So what is your intention behind saying that? And not to be an argument, however, to bring it to awareness. You've got better vision than ever. So use it, trust it, converse about it whatever you're seeing, like bring it out to light without judgment, without your blame, without projection. Just bring it to light. Like, I think I just heard you say that you love vegetables, right? And then the person's going to go in, yeah, because and they're going to go on about it. I think I just heard you say that being vegan helps in this way, even if it's something you don't want to be, right? Like if you're like, those vegans, because I'm kind of like that, and I'm not eating any meat. I just got the message not to eat meat, and I'm like looking at people eating burgers like I wish I could eat that. So I got this weird opposite thing going. However, now I'm more curious about the vegan people, and I'm more curious about carnivores as well. Like what drives you? Like what really brings you forth to it? So yeah, you can see better. You can see better. Everybody, you can see better. You're in a higher state of awareness than ever before. And it's going to keep perpetuating, and the more that you trust that intuition, that insight, the more that insight that you pay attention to, the more you will have, the more of that foresight, the future, forward in the future, foresight, the more you're seeing into the future, you are seeing better. I mean, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. Maybe not exactly how it's coming, but you know, like a kind of a sliver of it. And the details are going to fill themselves in, and the mystery becomes exciting to watch unfold. So God bless you. This is a great, great, great time. Great, great time for all of us. Fizz, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Man, this is the first year I didn't have to do any New Year's resolutions. I did that Heaven on Earth stuff, and we did it in a totally different way around experiences. And just to be playful and share it with the world, we did it online. We did it together. But this is the first year, like, I'm like, there's nothing I want to add. Like, I don't even want any more of the mystery to reveal itself. It's just like, let things unfold. Every single moment is so divinely perfect. So, thank you guys all for being here and being part of this. And let me know if you're finding the same thing. Are you finding like 2020, like you're not like, I need to change these habits and I need to do all these things and I have to set all these goals, and you're like, man, life is just like the sweetest it's ever been. Do you find that? Do you find that life's been the sweetest it's ever been right now? And I'm going to do the Devi prayer with this meditation. So if you've never heard the Devi prayer, this is really beautiful. And if any of you are just watching this and you're going to keep your eyes through the meditation, I put the one with the lyrics so you know what she's saying. This is one of the most beautiful pieces I've ever heard. So before we get started, just close those eyes. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. Just start rolling the shoulders and open up what's going on. Open up the neck, and however feels good for you. You're your own guru. I'm just doing my thing and sharing it with you. Maybe bringing some reminders in, maybe giving you cues to take the time. This is about you. So I'm going to share how I do the breathing. If you feel better doing the breathing another way, do it your way. If I say something and you're like, I have an upgrade to that, God bless you. Do your upgrade. Like whatever feels magical for you, trust it, trust it, trust it. And just keep practicing that. Or don't. I don't know. Well, I know for me. So I'm going to breathe in through my belly, through my nose into my belly, filling my chest and holding it at the top. It causes a nervous system reset. Actually, holding the breath in and holding it out will cause the nervous system to reset, which is, it's always great to hit that reset button in the body. And exhaling. I'm going to start this Debbie prayer now. Just breathing how it feels best for you. Ishokatisha moshiki tukua. On the woo, on the ah. Ishiki tukoa, no shaki tikitua, pashiki tuko. Akoshiki tikahali. Navaluki tikatu shukutka, teki tikudoa kitikatahi, apushikalo. Tafokila Martina Shita Katawashi Katakaha. Avoloma Shina Katawashi Topakitiko. Folina Bashu Tapani Tapao. Na fole mati shina koto tapiki nakushika. Na shikilo pashina kapo te pakiti shikita koa. No foki tamasha. Shikila, shikila, shikila.
People are not asking the right questions. They're not asking the right questions because they kind of think they already know the answers.
Ain't that the truth? Seems to happen often. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, everybody. Beautiful. So glad to be able to share that song with you. It's something I've fallen asleep too many times. There's a version of it that goes over and over, the Debbie prayer. Thank you for being in that space with me, being in this harmonization today. May your mind be at peace. May your consciousness be clear. May your spirit be free and your soul dance to the beat of your heart in every single moment for eternity. God bless you all. Happy New Year. It's a world of possibility. I'm grateful for each of you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Fizz, that's just that's some light language that just comes through. So it's got a certain frequency and vibration. So that's something interesting that comes through. I been having. So yeah, I listen to that. There's that on repeat definitely helps. If that doesn't help, I got some other stuff too, as far as sleeping. So God bless you all. Have an amazing day. Enjoy this vibration that you're in. Awoken souls right here. Cheers.